Twitter released an ominous statement tonight explaining why they had suspended President Trump's Twitter account, saying that his tweets incite violence, and they said there were already plans for another attack circulating online. Account suspended. This is now President Trump's Twitter feed, essentially a blank page after the social media company shut it down.
I think it is a very appropriate step.
Tonight we spoke with Burbank Congressman Adam Schiff, who says after Trump's incitement of the mob that ultimately stormed the Capitol, Twitter needed to act.
He is using that platform to spread hate, to incite violence. And we saw the tragic results of that on Wednesday when a mob that he spoke to descended on the Capitol, broke in, and as a result, 5 people, including a Capitol police officer, are now dead.
Schiff says the country is safer if the president has more limited access to social media.
There are still 12 days left in which he can do further harm to the country.
The president was also suspended from using Facebook and Instagram, but it appears those accounts have been restored. Tech blogger Justin Eatzer.
If this was any Joe Schmo inciting violence or putting up comments that people took as, inspiring them to do violent acts, then that would be taken down. This is nothing surprising here. It's just surprising because it finally happened to the President of the United States.
And also tonight, chances are growing that President Trump will be the only person in history to be impeached twice.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
The new article of impeachment, incitement of insurrection, alleges that President Trump's conduct on Wednesday gravely endangered the security of the United States.
I think the president needs to be removed immediately. This is something I called for on January 6th as the chaos was happening. It was clear he's not fit to serve and is very dangerous.
We're going to move with expedition, thoughtfully, but with expedition, and we need the Senate to do the same.
Some Republicans who oppose the last impeachment say they're more open to it now.
The president has disregarded his oath of office.
In an interview with her hometown paper, Alaska Republican Lisa Murkowski said, "I want him to resign. I want him out. He has caused enough damage."
I'm not surprised. The effort is there from a political calculus. There's almost no negative aspect to this for the Democrats, and it puts many Republican members of Congress in a difficult situation.
And in yet another stunning turn today, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi revealed in a letter to colleagues that she had spoken to Joint Chiefs Chairman Mark Milley to discuss available precautions for preventing an unstable president from accessing the launch codes and ordering a nuclear strike. Speaker Pelosi spoke to Leslie Stahl of 60 Minutes today.
Is anybody running the executive branch of the government? Who is running the executive?
Well, sadly, the person who's running the executive branch is a deranged, unhinged, dangerous president of the United States.
Speaker Pelosi is also pushing for the vice president to use the 25th Amendment to have the president removed, but so far it does not appear Vice President Pence is going to go in that direction. I'm Tom Waite, KCAL 9 News.